Hello, thank you for your interest in Tufts Pre-College programs. Today we'll be going through on how to apply to one of our wonderful programs. My name is Maggie Tiano and I will be taking you through the process of application. First things first, when you get to our Tufts Pre-College website, you'll see that we have many programs for you to explore. If you take a look, you can find all of our high school summer programs and our new high school spring programs available under our academics tab on the website. If you're interested in applying to one of our summer programs, please click here. Here you can find all of our options available for you this summer. In this scenario, we will be applying to the Climate Resilience Institute program. When you click on this page and you've read through all our materials and decided that this program may be something that you're interested in applying to, over on the side here, you can click on the Apply Now button. The Apply Now button takes you to our Tufts admissions portal. If you are a returning user, meaning that you applied for one of our programs last year, or if you've already started a new application for a different program, you may return to your login by clicking this link here. If you're a first-time user and you've never applied for one of our pre-college programs before, you're going to start by creating an account by clicking your link here. First things first, we will be filling out all of our email and bio information. Once you've filled out your email and your first and last name and your birthday, you're going to hit continue. You'll see here that an email with a temporary PIN has been sent to your email. At this time, please switch over to a new tab with your email to take a look at the email that we sent you with the temporary PIN. Once you have received your temporary PIN, you'll put the PIN in the information here and retype in your birthday. Then we'll log in to our portal. After this, you will be requested to set your new password. When you've created a password that meets all the characteristics listed on the side, you're going to set your new password. Now you're into our application portal, and it's time to start a new application. Now remember, we are applying to the Climate Resilience Institute for summer 2025 in this scenario. We're going to start a new application and click the summer pre-college programs. If you are interested in applying to our spring programs, you would be clicking the spring program button. In this case, we'll be applying to the summer pre-college programs. Now it's time to create an application. Once the application is created, you will click Open Application. This is the main page of our application, including application instructions. We recommend that everyone please go through and read the overview and information about all our different program offerings, as well as our application deadlines for the summer programs. This includes information on what materials will be required for you to upload, your payment information, financial aid process, and what happens once you're enrolled into our program. Now that our test account has read the application instructions, we'll move on to the next page. This is the section where you will fill out all your personal information as you're the student. You can see that they've already started to fill out some of our first and last name and our birthday. Other spaces that you'll need in this section include your address, your telephone numbers, your biographical information, citizenship information, and race and ethnicity questions. I will go ahead now and fill out the personal information section. Once you've filled out all of your personal information, it should look a little something like this. Please note for your addresses, you must include both your mailing and permanent address. You also are required to complete a mobile phone number. Now that we've filled out this page, we're going to hit continue and move on to the next section. The next page on our application is the family information. Please fill out all your family member information and acknowledge the parent and guardian permission form. This box here is required to check off that your parent or guardian will be required to sign off a formal permission once your application has been submitted and include the specific email which they should receive the permission form for. I will now go ahead and fill out the emergency contact section and family member information of this application. To add a family member, you're going to click family member here and start typing out the relation to you, the student, as your parent, guardian, or caregiver. Now that we've filled out the parent information above, please note that at least one parent or guardian is required to receive communications from our office. You'll see the note down here too, that the parent and guardian and student emails are both required. So please make sure that your parent and guardian email is different than the email you choose as a student to receive your communications. Now that we've filled out the family tab here and the emergency contact information, please note if you'd like to add one or more family members here, you can go back in and click the family member tab again to add another family member. We're going to continue to the next section. Now we're on to the program information section. This is where you fill out what program you'd like to apply to. Our first question here is asking us if we've ever taken a class at Tufts University. In this case, for our test record, the answer will be no. Next, we are going to indicate what class we currently are in. Our student here is going to be a rising senior and graduate in 2026, and we'll be applying to the Climate Resilience Institute. We also ask how you heard about us and if we're first generation students, as well as what size t-shirt you will wear if you are accepted. The last section here on this page is about applying to the financial aid. If you will be applying to our financial aid for internal aid and you'd like a financial aid application, please select yes. If you are not interested in applying to financial aid, please select no. If you select yes, a financial aid application will appear on your application portal once you've fully submitted your application. Now that we selected what program we would like to attend, it's time to fill out our statement of interest. All of our programs do require at least one statement of interest, as well as a potential for additional questions based on the program that you apply to. If you have any questions regarding the statement of interest, please reach out to us via our email at precollege@tufts.edu, and we're happy to have further conversation with you regarding any application requirements. In this case, our student will be residing on campus, and it's time to create our statement of interest. If you'll see here, there is a requirement of at least 100 words and a maximum of 500 words. This program will not let you submit the application until you at least hit 100 words. As you can see here, as we're starting to type out the words here, you do see the count go down of how many words remaining you have to complete your statement of interest. Once we've completed our statement of interest, we will continue on to the next section of the application. The next section of our application is the work or volunteer experience. This is an optional section of our application, meaning that you are not required to attach anything to the section here. This just allows you, if you have any previous work or volunteer experience you would like our application readers to know to be a part of your application, please click here and you're able to attach what the organization name is, position title that you had, and the start date and an end date if you no longer work or volunteer at that specific place. You're also able to put in the hours per week that you've worked or volunteered, as well as a description of what you did at your place of employment or volunteer. Our next section of the application is another optional section. This is an opportunity for you to upload any test scores that you have. This includes any PSATs, SATs, or ACTs, or other tests that your school may have for standardized testing. If you would like to upload multiple test scores below, please click Choose File, and you're able to upload specifically from your computer. Our next section is a required section of the application to include your academic history. This is where you add your high school's information. To add your high school's information, please click Add Institution. This is where you'll start to type out the high school that you go to. Once you start to type out your institution's name, you'll see a drop down like so of where your high school may be. In this case, our student will be attending Medford High School. Then you'll be able to fill out all the information of how long you've attended and what degree you are expected to get. In most cases, the degree will be a high school diploma that you're expected to get at the end of your graduation. If you do not see your school on any of the lists, or if you are currently homeschooled, please type in the word homeschooled or any of the other institutions you do not see listed, then type the following numbers above here into the section titled CEEB. If you are someone who has changed schools within your time during high school, you are more than welcome to add more than one institution. We do require a transcript from your most recent high school. However, if you do have some information that is in between two schools, you may be able to ask both schools for your academic information. The second section here is if you have any honors or distinctions that you would like added or represented on your application, including Student of the Month, any honors rewards, or societies like Latin Society, Spanish National Honor Society, you may add an upload of your honor using the link below. The next section of this application is uploading your transcript. So we do not accept transcripts directly coming from parents or students. It must come directly from your high school. Please type in the name of the student staff member who will be uploading your transcript and what email address we should use to send the email for a transcript request to. In most cases, this school official will be your guidance counselor, a career counselor, or a college counselor. Please make sure to check in with your high school or institution to make sure that we will be receiving your official transcript directly from your school. Once you have filled out the correct and required information and have acknowledged that an official transcript is required by the Tufts Pre-College programs, you may hit continue. Our next section is your letter of evaluation or letter of recommendation. It is required for at least one letter of evaluation or recommendation to be uploaded to your account as part of your official application. In the past, we do recommend that students connect with a teacher, a clergy member, a camp leader, an after-school advisor, someone that they feel a close connection with and can write a letter positively encouraging and influencing their acceptance into our program. To add a recommender, please click the link here. Here you'll see what type of reference type we are requesting, as well as your right to waive or not waive the access to view the recommendation as it's been sent in. Once you've filled out this information, an email will be sent to your recommender, and they will have a link that they'll be able to fill out the recommender form as well as upload an official letter of recommendation to your application. Once you've filled out all the correct information for your recommender, you're going to hit send to recommender. This will automatically send an email to your recommender requesting a letter of recommendation for Tufts Pre-College programs. If you would like to add more than one recommender to your account, please hit add recommender again, and you'll be able to fill out the process one more time. Now that we've completed all these steps here, please read this declaration of information submitted that is true and an accurate representation of your personal and educational background. We will get your information here. Hit confirm, and now it's time for final review. If you've missed any information in your application prior that is required, sections that will populate red here, meaning that you have to go back and finish it before you can officially submit your application. As an example, I intentionally left out our statement of interest for the Climate Resilience Institute program. You see how this is lit up red. It means that we're not able to officially submit our application until it is officially put together. If you're not ready to potentially write your statement of interest yet and you'd like to come back to your application at a later date, you can always hit save for later. This saves your application for now and takes you back to your portal where your application will be waiting for you when you're ready to return to it. At this time, you would be able to log out of your application portal and use your login credentials you set up at the beginning and your brand new password to log into your account at any time. Once you're ready to go back in, you can click on the program and hit Open Application. At this time, you would be able to click on any of the sections, including Review, and see that you are still missing a section of your application. If you click here, it'll jump you right to the program that we do need to fill out. So right now I will go back and refill out our statement of interest. Now that our statement of interest is complete, you can see that there are no more required segments for us to complete. This section here with the warning, just a reminder, an official transcript will be required for your application review, is just a reminder for you, the student, to understand that an email has been sent out to your transcript provider, but is not yet uploaded to your application. Now that we are satisfied with our application, it's time to select submit. There's one more acknowledgement that will populate here to make sure that you understand that there will be no more changes able to be made once you submit online. If you do, however, have any questions once you submitted your application, please feel free to connect with our office at precollege@tufts.edu for any questions, and our team will be able to help you on the back end if you do have any changes that you potentially need to make. Now you have officially submitted your first application to Tufts Pre-College programs. Congratulations! Here you will see your application portal. This is where you can upload any additional materials, including a studio art optional portfolio if you're applying to our studio art program. If you are an international student and you require any I-20 documentation, or potentially once you've been submitted, your proof of orientation completion. This also gives you live status of if your materials have been sent in, including your transcript and your letter of recommendation. This is a great place to go back to if you have not heard back from your recommender or your transcript provider, and making sure that you want your application ready to read as soon as possible. Our application readers will not be able to read your application until all your materials have been submitted. When your parent or guardian is ready to submit the parent permission form, they will receive an email from our team directly to the form, or if your parent or guardian is currently completing application alongside you, they can also access the form here. By just clicking here, your parent will have an opportunity to complete our parent permission form, which is required before our application readers read your application. So I will fill this out right now. And we see here that now the parent and guardian permission form is set to a green check, which means we are all set. And now we are just waiting here. On the side here as well, if you have any questions or are interested in looking at any other opportunities, there are some helpful links below, including staying connected to our social medias. And that is how you officially submit an application with us. Thank you so much for listening and watching along with this video. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, our office can be reached at this address here, precollege@tufts.edu. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.